Is it wrong to use AI to list items on eBay? Let's talk about it. Well, welcome back, Madcap Toys fans. You are back in the toy barn. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend and things have been going great for you. But before we begin, if you haven't already, what are you doing? Subscribe to the Madcap Toys family. We really do want you to be a part of us. Also, make sure you hit the bell for all notifications because each and every time we upload content, of course, you're going to be the first to know, and comments, of course, you know we love them, so just keep them coming. Yes, back in the toy barn, a little bit cooler today. Thought I'd come out here and just kind of talk about a lot of things that have been happening in the last little bit. Sales, first of all, have been pretty consistent throughout the board. I know both Madcap Toys, Madcap Toys Plus, Macari, and even a little bit of Poshmark have been doing pretty well. So we had some sales last evening. I had just took yesterday, which was Saturday, to pack some things up, and already I've got several items to find today and pack for tonight for tomorrow, Monday's AM, which you guys have already been through that for the post office. Lots of different things too, just well-rounded on everything. Wasn't just media, it was clothing, it was a little bit of home decor, just a lot of even little stuff too that were on shelves that we were able to move. Some exciting thing to share with you real quick. I actually have another shelf in our storage area in our garage to where it is opened up where I can actually put more DVDs on the shelving and everything. So really, really happy about that. So I've been taking a lot of stuff and adding the more media that we've got in doing that. So man, when I've been getting a couple of sales on there, and I received those a couple days after, it was so cool to be able to go out there, know where it was on the shelf, took less than 5 minutes to grab it and put it ready for fulfillment. So was really, really happy about that. But today we're going to share with you 15 items that we sold on Madcap Toys. But you came to the video for something, and basically what the title said, and we're going to talk about it really quick. So what is your ideas about AI, artificial intelligence, of course, when it comes to listing items on eBay? Do you do it yet? Do you not do it yet? If you do, how much do you use it? If you don't, are you thinking about using it, etc.? There's some people that are super happy and use it. We're one of them. We have used AI for titles and descriptions and not ashamed of that because we want to make sure that we've got a lot of keywords, that it's SEO optimized, orientated to do all of those things. But just looking at and talking to a couple people, there's some people out there that aren't so happy about it. And I just wanted to share with you something that came up about that, and just see what your thoughts were as well. I mean, for me, you know, if I can get a little bit of assistance when it comes to having a good title or a good description, I'm going to take it all the way, right? And I'm also going to do some comparisons too. I'll even take the title sometimes and go to eBay and put it in the search engine to see what else pulls up from it. But also look at the search results. And there are times that I will look at other people that maybe their item is up to the top of that specific item and see what kind of words they put in and just kind of do these comparisons. I don't take tons of time upon it because, hey, time is of the essence when you're a reseller. We need our time, right? So we need it for fulfillment. We need it to write orders down. We need it to do taxes at certain times of the year. We have other stuff in our life that we have to take care of, right? And especially fulfillment. So not all the time can we take, you know, several minutes on end just to figure out, you know, the title and description and make sure we're doing all our thing there. So, you know, that's basically it for that, for the time essence. But I wanted to share with you exactly, and I thought I would get it on the app, but of course, I can't. But anyway, it was brought to my attention about the AI. Actually, and I'll just go off memory. A lady had talked about that she, you know, did AI consistently, or maybe made a mention on it on social media or what have you. And a person had replied, and she said they cussed her out. Why would you cuss her out? And said that, you know, it wasn't a good idea, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The thing about it, guys, is AI is not going to go away. It's not something that's going to appear and disappear. Artificial intelligence is here to stay, whether we like it or not, whether we embrace it or not. A big factor for resellers, and you could even add to this and be welcome to adding in the comments. It's not only coming, it's here. It of course has yet to improve on a lot of things. It's doing its learning, whether it be with ChatGPT, Grok, or if even it's built or instilled on eBay. It's here to stay. And it's been very helpful. It has helped, I feel like, increasing, in the search results for my listings. I think it's also helped when it comes to, SEO optimization, and getting out there. So it's one thing to be angry at it, but also too, if it's going to help us out, maybe save our time and what have you, it's good to have that. A lot of people are using these, and you probably have seen it all over YouTube, where folks are using a app or an extension to help them list faster on their listings and all of that. And you guys have seen it, so I won't go into that stuff. This is one channel that, if we're not a part of it to where, we can kind of help folks, etc. with it, we're okay. But that has a lot of artificial intelligence around it, right? To help with writing the title, the description, and all of those good things. And it's to help folks to be able to relist better, but also relist stronger, or list stronger and list better and list easier. And if you are in the process like myself and others, we're looking at also too, to make sure that our items are not stale, eventually taking, each shelf, and we've talked about it and we're starting to work on it, but it's a very slow process, especially since we're so close to getting towards Q4, getting each item repictured in different formats, looking over the title, making sure it looks good, SEO optimized, description, etc., to see what we can do to give our listings more visibility and more of a face. Again, it's something that Daren and I are going to have to just take a shelf each moment by moment to see what we can do. And also too, to see if any of these items here and back behind me are listed or not. There may be, and I would almost guarantee there are listings behind me that haven't seen the web for a while. They've ghost listed, disappeared off the face of the earth, etc. It would be good to know what is actually listed and what is not, and get that taken care of and get those listed, because again, a lot of these are based on toys and collectibles, and that's what sells in Q4 big time, most of all. So that's what we want to do. But AI, again, we embrace it here at Madcap Toys. We've been using it here and there, especially to make sure what our descriptions are, listings, listing description, title, etc. is. And it has been very, very helpful. Let me know in the comments below what you think about artificial intelligence, and if it's helped you, if you haven't used it yet, or if you're wanting to use it. Let us know all of your input. We would love to hear from you. So yeah, 15 items on Madcap Toys. And again, we are back out in the barn. There was a few days in the last week or so that I kind of took a hiatus from here because of the high temps. Nearly went into heat exhaustion last week when I was helping with some mowing and stuff. So it was just very, very hard to be in here, but we made it through. But now we are back in the toy barn, and we're excited about it. Cool temperatures are here, and life has been pretty good, definitely. So let's bring this up really quick, and we'll get started. So I've been very excited about our sales and how well-rounded they are, and all the different items that have been selling and coming up from here. So we're going to start where we left off in the what solds. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the lives, and thank you so much for participating in the lives. We appreciate each and every one of you that did. We had so much fun with it, and I come out here early today because I've got so much to do today and a lot of things scheduled. And so Daren is starting to work on listing. I'm going to have to get him some lunch after this is over. But I wanted to kind of get this through so that way you guys could see us on Monday and go from that point. The very first one is media. We sold a CD. This is the 2001, The Essential Bill Joel from Sony Music. CD, of course, was found in our media area here. Already received positive feedback. We took a pretty good deal on it. I think there may have been some wear and tear on the CD, but it sold for $3 plus shipping to boot there. So pretty happy about that. Of course, made money. We've been really doing much better when it comes to if we do buy media off someone, that we buy in bulk and then we buy on pennies on the dollar. So it worked out really good. Bought this at a yard sale for, I think, maybe $1 or so. And we sold it. This is the Easton Professional Youth Glove. Soft, genuine leather. And this catcher's mitt was here in the shed and it sold for $6.78 plus ship. Very, very good. And next up, we sold another CD. This was also found in our media area. 1992 Conquerors Acapella Word from Word Incorporated CD. And this one sold for $4.98 plus ship. And as I've said before, once you start selling something on eBay, and if you have multi-quantity, it seems like it picks the listing itself up in the search results. This is what happened with this one. I sold a second one, and I sold one not too long ago here in the toy barn. So it basically came up for me, and was glad. So I have a sellout on this particular one from Just Play Unicorn Surprise. Her name's Licorice, and she has her babies there with her. Found on Jordan Shelf 1, and it is a sellout, which is great. And she sold for $24.99 plus ship. Very, very good. Love those little dolls there. I have some more, but they're more like puppies and things like that. So I'm out of the unicorns. And next up, this one was great. Again, I said this before on video, but this is an item that Daren was just about ready to just throw in a pile, in a trash pile. We got so many of these. I still have more of these to list, but I was like, no, these can be sold. We can do these in lots and things. And I've been selling them great. We've been profiting well on these. So I saved them. And have had another pallet that had a bunch of them as well. Design Group 3-inch mini wreath set of 3. So you get 3 little tiny wreaths in one package. And this was found, of course, in the upstairs tote. And we have at least 19 more sets of these available and more because I have to still list more. And this pair sold for $4.99 plus ship. So it seems like once it started moving, we started getting more and more of them sold. And next up, this DVD set. We got this from a lot. And it's a 2-disc set. And it is a series, a BBC series. And it seems like they've been going pretty good. Daren's been listing them on the one eBay store. And they have been going out the door. It's been wonderful. Last of the Summer Wine Vintage from 1997. 2-disc set. And this DVD sold for $7.99 plus ship. I always like finding those. Those are always fun to find. And I have them right here to where I can just, look through and see what year and grab them. So it's awesome. And still selling coins, of course. This came from album 1. This is the 1940S, standing for San Francisco. Lincoln Wheat Penny, good condition. And sold pretty cheap, so we did it with an eBay standard envelope, because Daren got a lot of these through just finding them in change many moons ago. And it sold for $1.98 plus ship. And then next up, we sold a Ryan's World Blue Egg. We've got one of these available left and have a couple of others. These came from a Target pallet that we had. Ryan's World Giant Series 4 Blue Egg. This was found in Jordan Shelf 3. One of these left again. And this sold for $28 plus ship. And then lastly, we sold another card. Daren's been selling these baseball cards, basketball cards, football cards, just consistently. From 1993, Cooperstown Action Packed Ron Say, number 38, found in Baseball Card Box 2. Bought these at a yard sale, big bulk of them. Positive feedback already, and this one sold for $3.35 plus shipping to boot. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we do have a little bit more. So we are up to 9. I thought I stopped at the card. Sorry about that, guys. So we've got a little bit more. We got a little bit more. So that's great there. So let's keep moving. Let's get up here. So I don't know why I counted that. So maybe it was up to this card. Who knows, right? Who knows? With me, you never know. We are a little bit behind on the what sold, so that probably could be the reason why that I stopped it on there. So let's get going back down through here. We'll keep counting them, right? All right. But fulfillment's been doing really, really smooth. I'm telling you what, it's I've been keeping up with it pretty good. Trying to get ahead of the game. All right, let's keep going here. Next up, so we'll smash that last one on the plus shipping to boot, but we'll keep going. 1984 Masters of the Universe Toy Promo Catalog Booklet. Found in the desk already. Positive feedback. And this one sold for $3.77 plus ship. Did a little bit of a deal on that one. It was a little bit low, but you know, we still have a lot of promo booklets available from that Motu buy, and we are in profit with the booklets. So we were happy with that. Just kind of moving things, guys. And then next up, another last of the summer wine. So another one that came up. Seems like these are being pulled up. I don't know if we just, you know, got a jackpot when we bought a bunch of these. But we did. I mean, it's working well. Last of the summer wine, vintage night. This one's 1987. Of course, this was a 3-disc set found in the media area. And these sold for $9.99 plus ship. And then next up, I love these. These are my favorite. I bought a bunch of these at a retail arbitrage, and they were marked down to $10 a piece. I bought the whole shelf out. And that was about a couple years ago, I think. Real Littles Micro Mart exclusive variety pack, 34 piece, and it has swirl sticks included. I wanted to make sure I knew which one sold because they all had the same looking package and all of that, even though they had different characters. Found in Addy Shelf 2, positive feedback already. And this one sold for $35 plus ship. And we still sell our model kits. You could probably maybe see a little hint of them back there on the very last shelf area in the model shelf over there. And this one was on model shelf 3. This is the 1991 Hasegawa Fuji model kit. Packed it well, and this one sold for $29.95 plus ship. 13, okay. We'll get it right today. So it's probably that card, okay. And then next up, we sold from this wall over here. The things do sell on this wall, guys. You don't always see it, but it's anywhere from here to there. We usually make sales constantly on this wall. 2012 from the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Twin Strike. Again, found on the left wall. And they said it was meant to be a gift, so hopefully it got there on time and worked well there. But yeah, it delivered and everything looks good. And this one sold for $19.98 plus ship. And here's that last card. See, I knew that there was a card at the end. And lastly, we sold another card. 2001 Topps Collector Baseball Card. 50-year Royals Mark Quinn, number 721, found in Baseball Card Box 1. And made a deal, sold for 99 cents plus shipping to boot. So 15 items going out and went out, and we still have a ton more to talk about, of course, on Madcap Toys, Madcap Toys Plus, Poshmark, and Mercari. So that's basically all for that. You know, like I said, we're continuing to reorganize. We're continuing to list from our death pile. We're continuing to try to get Q4 the best it can be and wrap up this month, and just working strong from there. I know outside of things with the different things that we do, it's about to get busy, as it always does every year in about a month or so. So it's going to get a little bit where more I have to schedule things in, but I will do what I do, and I've done it successfully before, so I'll do it again and go from there. But I'm going to go back inside. I'm going to try to find about, I think Daren said about 7 more items, get them packed and get them ready for the AM. But you guys have been fantastic, and until next time, bye-bye.